So on the large wall, you will need windows, and this is going to be facing inside of the house, okay? So using your template, you can use these templates to help you draw out your doors and your window. So I'm going to place my door in the center of the house, or you could put it at the side of your house, and I'm just going to draw around it like so. And I can make marks as well to help me draw a straight line. I can get a ruler and just join the dots like so. So that way you've got a nice, straight, neat line and you know where you need to cut. And remember, you want your door to open and close. So this line is going to be your dash mark line. So that way you're going to just score this part so that you can open and close. So when I open it from this side, it will open and close. Next part, I want to add the windows. Score this bit down so that my window open and close, like so. So this is just a reminder that I want to score it. And I'm going to cut it down the middle so it opens. And then you might want to add windows around other side of the house. So it could be the side walls as well. You could add some windows here if you like, or a door that can open up to the front patio area. So I'm going to add a door on this as well. So I've already made the tabs. I've already folded it. So now at this stage, we're going to try and put things together. But first, I'm going to quickly cut these windows and doors out, okay? So with the door, you align it to that line. Again, if you're going to stand up to cut, make sure you wear a face mask. And when you're cutting at first, go over a few times so that you know you've cut a clear outline and that you don't have to move your ruler around again trying to find that initial line that you've cut. Use your hands and fingers to hold down a ruler. You can lean a little bit forward when you're standing so that you use your body weight to, rather than just your hand pressing down so it doesn't strain you. So you can always look on the other side to see whether you've cut that, okay? Now to do a score line with a foam board, you need to take your blade back to 1. So you've got these numbers of lines of marks. So you want to take it back to 1, like so, and you're going to score it down. Press gently, don't press all the way through where it will end up cutting the door open. So press gently at first, okay? So I'm just going to line this up and then press down my ruler and score it through. Okay, and then once you've done that, you can turn it over to see whether you've accidentally cut through, and that's fine, that looks fine to me. And then you just gently press this open and it should neatly open your door to the other side. Remember, because this side, each side of the foam board is made out of card, so you might want to use a ruler to keep it there, keep it aligned, so you've got a nice straight line fold and it's nice and neat where you don't have loads of creases forming. And then that's your door opening. So there we go. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same for my windows here and then this one as well. If there's any marks that comes out like this, you can just get your craft knife and just cut it through again nice and neatly. Here you can see I've laid out where all the joiners are going to go and where all the template shapes are going to come together, and they're going to join up as one main model shape. Okay, so this is what it should look like. You've got joiners on this back wall, and remember this joiner is going to go onto this line here, and that's going to connect along this side with this side wall, and it will come up like this. So is where it's going to begin. This is going to be like a patio area, which the user can come out and maybe have their breakfast along this outside area. Where it says base joiner, this means it will need to connect to this area of the wall, like so. Now, obviously the door is along here. You will need to cut out area where the door needs to open, so cut this so that it's out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to show that to you now. We know that it's 2 centimeters wide, so I need to do the same 2 centimeters wide. You can use the scissors to cut this. If not, you could use a craft knife. So I'm just going to quickly use a craft knife to do that, and I obviously, as always, use a ruler to cut straight lines. And you might want to double check. So it's up to 2 centimeters. So you can even count the dots if you can see it on your printout. Okay, so now when this joiner tab connects, it won't be in the way of the door opening and closing, as you can see now the difference of that. Okay. And that will go along here and along here. Now you'll see some gaps in between along either side. You need to bear in mind, because the foam board has some thickness to it, so it needs to have that extra space to fit around the whole model itself. Sometimes it might just help having a base shape which is bigger than usual, so that it helps giving you that extra space to lay out all your pieces together. As usual, we will use glue stick, and we just swipe along the sides here and here, and then glue that down. So I'm going to show you step by step how I'm going to do mine. Make sure you align it to the house. So you got that bit done. If there's any extra paper sticking out, just get a craft knife and just cut it off, like so. For now, I just want to stick it onto the side walls just to make sure I've got everything in place where I need it to go. And for this one, you want it to be long here, because this is going to be connected to the outside footpath around here, and this side wall is obviously going to connect along here. Okay. Again, line it up so it's nice and straight. And then this wall is going to be connected along here. Okay. And this base is a little bit too long. Part down where it fits to this side of the tab. So I made a fold mark already, and I'm just going to get a craft knife and cut that through. And just double check that it all fits as well. There we go. So with joiners, you tend to adjust measurements as you go along. So that is totally fine to do that. That's why we don't stick it all together just yet. We're just getting all the joiners in the right place first, so we know where everything needs to go. And making sure that every part of the house is going to have some kind of connection from one side to another. Okay. And then I'm going to do this side. Again, I probably need to cut this one shorter. So fold it where I want it to be cut. And you can use a safety mat where it's got these lines, as you can use this as an indication of where you want things to cut up to. And that should fit. Again, if you've got a door and you don't want your door to have the joiner in the way, then again you need to make sure you cut it to size. So that's 1-2 centimeters. You can use the safety mat to help you measure that. Just be careful of your fingers, don't cut yourself. Get a glue stick, swipe it along the sides, align it to where you need it to be. So you have something that will connect to this side of the wall. And then just double check if this measurement is okay. Still a little bit too big, so then you just cut it down a little bit smaller. And make sure the fold part is on the outside of the shape, not on the inside, because you need it to be able to connect to the shape next to it. And then press down gently, like so. So now almost all of the tabs has been put together. It's just the roof I haven't done yet. So I'm going to leave the roof last, okay? And just put that to one side for now. Right, the next bit is obviously putting the house together. So I'm going to show you how I do that. Just put your craft knife away, because you won't be needing that for a while. You will mainly be using your glue stick. So you want this to all fit into the shape of your house. So I'm going to start from connecting these two sides of the walls, okay? So I'm going to glue this tab along here. Make sure you connect it to the right side of the wall, so it should be about the same height, but it doesn't have the joiner in a way. So you want to align it like this and make sure it's nice and straight. So I'm looking at the bottom and the top, making sure it is straight. And looking at the side, there is nothing sticking out, like so. And just press down once you're happy with the